But when you step into any leadership position, you have to understand your purpose. Why are you there? What do I stand to? What do I have to give these people? You have to think beyond what I stand to get. What do I have to give? And you can start giving by your values.
Akpan Edima, please can we Akpan Edima, please can we do it better? Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me call for the second speech. Akpan Evelyn.
Angela Merkel of Germany, Venezuela, Nigeria, the President of the USA, Ellen Salih of Nigeria. The list is endless. I mean, the list of great powerful women, despite existing in a male-dominated society, did carve a niche for themselves in the global political titled Celebrating the Resilience of Women, titled Celebrating the Resilience of Women in Politics. Historically, particularly in the 17th and 18th centuries, women were often excluded from political participation, with voting rights and access to public offices restricted. In fact, in Nigeria, it wasn't until 1979 that women were given full voting rights. Similarly, in Nigeria, women had to cope with obstacles such as gender inequality, discrimination, limited education, cultural suppression, financial constraints, and also having to cope with combining their family responsibilities with political careers. Notwithstanding, these women fought on, but they could see light at the end of the tunnel. And I would like us all to Ilario. You might not, some of us might not be familiar with that name, but at least you should know her song. The popular iconic Yoruba musician who was also an activist, Fela Kuti. So Fumilayo contested for a seat in the regional House of Assembly in Western Nigeria as it was then known. She wasn't successful. She contested under the party of NCMC, that is the Nigerian Council of Nigeria, the National Council for Nigeria and Cameroon, rather. She wasn't successful, not because she lacked the political goodwill or the inability to lead, of the gender biases put in place by the patriarchal system, the system that wasn't ready to have women come on board. That did not deter her. She went on to campaign for women's rights, for them to be politically included and have voting rights. And she was successful because by 1954, some women in the eastern and western region were able to contest for and win few seats in their respective houses of assemblies. Sad to say, it was that same voice of that same voice that was the victim of law that made she was demise because she was thrown out of the window of a two-story building when she attempted to speak up for her son during a military raid in her son's house in 1977. Another iconic individual I'm going to bring to the fore is Malala Yousafzai. Malala was quite young when she understood that she would never be able to succeed because of the militant group that operated within her hometown. This militant group was outside the control of her one of our school joined. While he was on the school bus, she was shot by gunmen and the bullet passed through the back of her. But not before Malala survived. And that singular incident set her up for global prominence and global recognition. Governments from all around the world recognized her and also stood by her to support the female education. In fact, she happens to be the youngest girl ever to win a Nobel Peace Prize. I think at the age of 70. Wow. And so these sacrifices and struggles by women such as Malala and Felix set the way for you and I to succeed today. In fact, it is on their backs that the women I mentioned at the outset of my presentation, Mega Metal and Roger it is on their backs that they will get successes.
Take put of them last.
Happens to be the only female chancellor who served as chancellor of Germany for 3 consecutive terms. Body of Mandela, that one is our mama. She sits at the apex of the World Trade Organization after having had successful leadership skills in Nigeria. So I could go on and on. Like I said, the list is endless. But one thing is certain. These women set a political trajectory that is worth emulating. Now I'm sure you have often heard of the cliche that behind every successful man stands a woman. Now have you ever wondered what stands behind a successful woman? I'm going to tell you, behind every successful woman is a line of other women supporting one another. And that is where I'm going to call for support. I'm going to call on the government, on civil society, on NGOs, on our fathers, brothers, sons who are here present to support the women. I want us to come together to make laws that will eliminate women on their representation in laws, in politics rather. Let these women be part of the decision-making processes. I will not be person where we should go where they should have been. Okay. A tree does not stand in isolation. So the women cannot they can't stand in it. If men can become breadwinners, women should be allowed to utter of the world. If women can give birth to nations, then they can certainly lead nations. Remember also that you train a boy child, you train an individual. The way you train a young child, you train nations. And so I am calling on all these women, my brothers, my sisters, fathers, and friends, to join your voices with mine as I say with confidence that the hands that do not reach can not reach.
Say that was actually very delicious. It was spirit filling and it was very uplifting. Please can we appreciate it again? I just got one here. I've never wondered who stands behind the successful woman. And she said, me and mother. I've never wondered who stands behind the man who is single. Men with more other single men. Thank you very much. Let me have the privilege to welcome the third person, not the least, but in the land of kings, as we have two others who are supposed to join us tonight, not just take them to me, who are allowed them to come. On that note, help me as I welcome Greg Divine Favor.
I'm next week on topic, your Sorry for that. Very interesting. So don't people care to listen? Please, I don't want to be devalued. As in, why should I waste my time? While I was preparing for this, I asked the Holy Spirit, why exactly did you ask me to start this journey of speaking? Because it doesn't make sense for someone with my kind of voice. It doesn't make sense for you to give me an instruction to go into public speaking. So why did you ask me to start this journey? And do you know what he said to me? He said that my voice is my weapon. As a soldier prepares for war, so also you have a responsibility to prepare your voice for the war of life. Many situations will arise that will demand that you speak up. Sometimes, sometimes speaking can be scary, but I promise you that silence is even more scarier. It has caused so much damage than we could ever imagine. If everyone was silent and no one spoke, if everyone was too busy talking and complaining, where would we be today? In your family, speak up. Speak up against that corruption. In your community, in your offices, in your schools, I urge you to speak up because the impact of your voice is not determined by your tone, but it's determined by your heart. So let your heart lead. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much. Let's have name Good afternoon, everyone. Ahmed, Abdul Ahmed. Sure. Okay, good afternoon, distinguished guests, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Ali Ahmed. I want to share with you today. Believe you can, and you are halfway there, were the words of Theodore Roosevelt, the one-time president of the United States of America. But does it really end with believing? Does believing alone justify your goals? Does still just believing that you will succeed guarantee you success? No, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm sharing with you my strategies for goal settings and achievement. The power of potentials. Each of us possesses a unique spark, a blend of talents, dreams, and ambitions. Potential is a seed buried in the soil without care, nurturing, and without the right conditions. It remains dormant. To unlock your potentials, you need a roadmap, and that roadmap begins with effective goal setting. Goals give direction to your energy. Goals give focus to your efforts and purpose to your journey. My strategies for goal setting and achievement. The first one is define your vision with clarity. Strategies for goal setting and achievement. The first one is define your vision with clarity. The first step to unlocking your
Now, what do you mean by specific? Instead of saying, I want to do well in school, you can tell yourself, okay, I want to have a GPA of 4.8. You are clear on what you want. You are clear on what you want to end up with a GPA of 4.8. When you tell yourself, I want to end up with a 4.8 GPA, you have that in mind, and definitely you work towards that. Letter M means measurable. Track your progress. Track your progress. You can have a time frame for doing what you want to do. Okay, let's say you have a book to read and then the book has 24 chapters. Tell yourself before evening I should read maybe 5 chapters, and your mind has it that before evening you should complete 5 chapters. Believe me, before evening you complete 5 chapters. Letter A, achievable. Set goals that challenge you but are realistic given your resources and time. Letter A, achievable. Set goals that challenge you but are achievable given your resources and time. Don't set goals that you know very well you will not be able to achieve it. No. Let it be within your reach, something you are sure of achieving, something you will know you want to achieve. Don't say things that you know at the end of the day you know very well you won't be able to achieve it. Please. Set goals that are achievable. They are relevant. Ensure your goals align with your long-term vision. Your goals should match your vision. Your goals must match your vision. Letter T, time bound. Set deadlines to create urgency. Set deadlines to create urgency. If you are to submit an assignment by letter T, time bound. That's the framework that will help you achieve your goals. Then now we move over to the second strategy for goal setting and achievement. Break your goals down and take action. Remember the first one I said, define your vision with clarity. Define your vision with clarity. Define your vision with clarity. Then the second one on here is break your goals down and take action. Break your goals down and take action. Big goals can feel overwhelming, believe me. Like standing at the base of a mountain, unsure of how to reach the peak. The key is to break your goals into smaller, manageable steps. If your goal is to land a competitive internship, your steps might include researching, networking with professionals, practicing interview skills, and updating your CVs. Each small action builds momentum, bringing you closer to the summit. Action is the bridge between potential and achievement. Action is that bridge between potentials and achievement. Without action, believe me, you are going nowhere. As the philosopher said, Lao Tzu, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today, no matter how small that step is. Take that step today, no matter how small that step is. The third strategy I want to share with you on how to set your goals and achieve them is cultivate discipline and resilience. The first one was define your visions with clarity. The second one was break your goals down and take action. And now I'm getting the third one is cultivate discipline and resilience. Cultivate discipline and resilience. Success is not a straight line. Success is not a straight line. It's a path filled with obstacles, setbacks, and distractions. To stay on course, you need discipline and resilience. What is discipline? What is discipline? Discipline is the habit of showing up consistently, even when motivation dies. Create routines that support your goals, whether it's studying 2 hours daily, attending networking events, or practicing mindfulness to stay focused. What you definitely don't have to. You definitely don't have to. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Seek mentors, very important. Have role models. Don't shy away from asking for help, whether it's feedback on a project or advice on career choices. The people around you can provide you with insights and opportunities you might not discover on your own. Your university community, the government resources, tap into it. Strategy number 5 for achieving your state goals is reflect, adapt, and celebrate. Reflect, adapt, and celebrate. Goal setting is not a one-time event. It's a dynamic process. It's a dynamic process. Reflect on your progress regularly. Are your goals still relevant? Are your strategies still working? Be willing to adapt. If a method is not yielding results, my dear, you can try other methods. If a career path no longer excites you, pivot with confidence and don't forget to celebrate your small wins. Encourage yourselves. Any little achievement you make, it's worth celebrating. Whatever you want to do in life cannot be achieved by mere dreams and visions, but actions. We need to work collectively and effortlessly to ensure that we actualize our dreams. I challenge everyone here to take ownership of their potentials, define their goals with clarity, break them down into actionable steps, stay disciplined and resilient, lean on your support systems, and adapt as you grow. Go out there, set goals, and achieve greatness. Thank you very much, and let's unlock your potential together.
Thank you very much. I've been hoping that Jimmy would join us just immediately for his own speech at the moment because of what he's actually having at hand to do. But I've checked on live. He's not with us at the moment. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us have the next speaker, Ime Peace. So please step up here. Can we please appreciate Ime Peace?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to speak to you today. I hope everybody can hear me. All right. So I'd like you to imagine this. You are stressed and your mind is racing. It feels like the world is closing in. And then you pick up a book. And for a brief moment, or a short moment, you are soaring through a fantasy world. You are solving a mystery or maybe learning something new. Now that's the power of reading. Today I'm here to tell you why reading is important. Because reading is not just a hobby, it's a life-changing habit. Emphasis on a life-changing habit. Today I'll be sharing with you 3 points in which reading is very important. Sorry. Sorry for that distraction. So here are my 3 points. Reading will boost your brain, reduce stress, and build empathy. So point 1, reading boosts your brain. First, reading is like working out for your mind. It's like your brain working out. Every time you dive into a book, you train your brain to focus, to analyze, and to imagine. A 2013 study from Kingston University found that regular reading improves memory, critical thinking skills by up to 20%. Whether it's a novel, a biography, or a how-to guide, reading forces your brain to make connections, solve problems, and stir up new ideas. Think about it. Students who read more tend to ace their exams. Professionals who also read tend to stay sharp on their careers. So reading is very important. Leaders like Elon Musk credit reading for their creativity and problem-solving skills. Want to ace a want to ace a test or that job interview, or you just want to be better at communicating, try reading. Point 2, reading reduces stress. Reading is a powerful stress booster. In our fast-paced world, we are constantly juggling work, school, or endless notifications. But here is the good news. A 2009 University of Sussex study found that just 6 minutes of reading can reduce stress
by 68%, more than listening to music or taking a walk, especially for those of us who don't like to leave the house. When you read, sorry, more than listening to music or taking a walk. When you lose yourself in an article, your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, and your worries slip away. It's like taking a mini vacation. And guess what? It's totally free. My name is Ime Peace, and have felt this. I remember a time I went to visit my grandparents, and on this day, they had gone out for town hall meeting. And my cousin that was around at the time had just, that particular day, had work, so he had to leave. I was alone at home. I was bored. I had my phone, but I was having terrible network as usual. And I was so bored. I was just there lying down, staring at the ceiling. And then I remembered one of my uncles. He had a room adjacent to mine, actually. And there he kept books of his secondary school times. Mind you, my uncle studied mechanical engineering. So I decided to walk into this room hoping to find something. I was praying so hard that I did not just see only further mathematics books or physics, because I couldn't really relate. Point three, reading makes you a better human. When you read a novel, you step into someone else's life, a character from a different culture, time, or perspective. A 2013 study in Science Journal showed that fiction readers are better at understanding others' emotions and viewpoints. Books like Adana from Adesuwan Wokedi or Ayobami Adebayo's A Spell of Good Thing, or Daughters Who Walk This Path by Yejide Kilanko. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about becoming a better friend, colleague, and global citizen. In a world that often feels divided, reading bridges gap, teaches us to listen and understand. Imagine how much kinder our communities will be if more people spend time reading. Just imagine us as Nigerians, most of us spend time reading. I don't think we'll be having issues like maybe the religious issues in the north, or the Fulani herdsmen issue, or any tribe, any form of tribalism. I don't think would have that at all. So reading, imagine everyone around you in the world was reading. Sorry, imagine, my bad. I'm so sorry. Imagine everyone around the world read just one story about someone different from them, someone from a different culture. There would be no racism. I believe personally that there would be world peace if everyone read more. So, in summary, reading is more than turning pages. It is a tool to sharpen your mind, ease your stress, and open your heart. You don't need hours a day. Just 10 pages can make a difference. Or maybe scratch that. If you are new into reading, 3 pages can make a difference. It could be 5 minutes a day, 15 minutes, or maybe even 10. If you're stuck, visit your library or ask for recommendations. So I would like to leave you with this challenge. This week, pick up a book. It could be a thriller, it could be a self-help guide, it could be a biography, it could be from any genre, and read. In a world of noise and distraction, reading is your superpower to grow, to heal, and connect. Start today and let a book change your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, May Peace, for the time well spent. Thank you very much once again. Let me have the honor once again to invite one of us to come here to do our presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, help me as I welcome. Why are you looking at me and smiling already? Jackson Idorenye.
When someone dies, what do you do to the person? You bury the person's body. But you also know that many people bury their voices while still alive. Reflect on it. Do you know that many people bury their voices while still alive? And what happened to them? They silence themselves. And then they zip the truth that they know. I was one of those people. Was one of those people, and I buried my I there are a lot of ideas I had, but I will not bring it out because I think I was not good enough. And what I do is I write most of the ideas I had. I share it with my nephew is here. I do share with them. Gentlemen and ladies, good afternoon. My name is Idore Jackson, and I want to tell you today to bring out your voice. Tell yourself, I'll bring out my voice. I'll bring out my voice. Okay. I was like this. I told you I was once like this until the 21 days that of the oratory bootcamp, which is fully sponsored by Oratory Odyssey Nigeria, and is our mentor, Dr. Felix Paul and Mr. Wime Anietie. And I want to appreciate my co-colleagues for being there for me. It was not easy. Edima will tell you that the task doctor gave was really stressful. And my phone is really bad. And there are days I'll go get my friend's phone just to do my task. It was not easy. So this 21 days has been a life changer for me. And now, before I told doctor I have a very small voice, I really talk. Like, think of my family members are here. They will tell you that I'll go to the room. If I want to talk, I want to speak to you, I'll speak from just you find it difficult to hear me. That was who I was. But thank you, Dr. Felix Paul, for this opportunity to learn and to grow. This is not about public speaking only. It's about freedom. Freedom is not about speaking is not about volume. It's about reclaiming yourself. When you speak, you're not just making noise. You're telling the world, I'm here. I exist. I refuse to disappear quietly. It gave me the parts of myself I once silenced. And maybe, just maybe, it can do the same for you. Yeah. And now, I've been sent forth to the world of oratory because because it's not because I have the loudest voice. I've been sent forth because I have found the courage to use my voice even when it trembled. Even when it trembled. I no longer speak for validation. I speak for liberation. Mine and maybe yours too. So what happens now? We should stop burying our voices. We should stop it. We should stop folding truths. Those little truths that we know. We should stop folding them. Because silence is not peace. Silence is not peace. It's the slow death of potential. So today, I challenge you. So you're going to say after me, I'll dig up my voice. Dust off my fear. Break the chains of silence that holds me back.
Break the chains of silence that hold me back.
Whether my voice is loud or soft,
Whether my voice is loud or soft,
polished or cracked,
both music or cry,
I'll use it.
I'll use it.
Thank you very much. My name is Udere Jackson.
That was a good one for me. Thank you very much. I'm going to be the last person to present my speech here today. And so I'm trying to garner from all what has been said already to prepare my paper. My paper preparation is here. And when you're done, I'll present mine. However, just as I garner more information from you to prepare my own paper, let me invite the next speaker, a brother and friend of mine. He's going to be coming up to talk to us in the next 7 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome King Akwaodudu.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Recently, we said good evening, gentlemen and ladies. Okay, maybe All right, it's a pleasure to be here. My name is Akwaodudu King, and with over media and the print media, a leadership enthusiast, a corporate event compare, and the rest, the list is long. And one will quickly say, why is he here? You know, one thing I've learned is in life, we only stop learning when we die. Did you know that? Learning stops when you die. So I came here to add to what I have known, and of course to unlearn and relearn new things. Of course, it'll be true that I have learned new things. Please put your hands together for the organizers of this event. So there's something I was pondering on when I thought on the discussion of what we should talk about as far as this audience is concerned. And a quick question came into mind, and it's something that we often overlook. Now, it is a three-letter word, L-I-E. What's the pronunciation of that word? L-I-E. Can we pronounce it together again? Lie. It's very common, yeah? Very common. And it's convenient when you are the one saying it. It's convenient when you are the one lying. But when someone lies to you, I'm walking. That's going to be the worst of the persons you've met. Are we together? So I was thinking about how we can ignore lies when it comes from us. And then sometimes we even born into lie. Are we together? I will man, I don't sue. Don't mind me. No, you need BBO. So irrespective of the audience I'll face, I will have to infuse my language. Yes. So we people are born into lie, and that is one of the things I want us to consider today. Is the lie they told us about leadership. Can we say that together? The lie they told us about leadership. Want to go? The lie they told us about leadership. Now, where is your mind wandering to? How many of us are leaders in this room, please? If you're a leader, please, can I see your hand up? Beautiful. We have good leaders here. So, but one thing, what question comes into play? When you say you are a leader, what do you mean? Is it about the office you occupy? Huh? Leaders, is it because you occupy a leadership position, that's why you say you are a leader? Well, we will disabuse them. That is amongst the lies that we were told about leadership. Well, I was told we have to prepare for 10-minute talk, and I had prepared for 10-minute talk. But now it's reduced to 7. I don't know if I'm given 5 now, but I'll try to paraphrase everything I had for us to have something to take back home. So quickly we'll talk and look about 5 silent lies we were told about leadership. Are we together here? Are you ready to learn something? Beautiful. So the first thing that is a lie that we were told, some of us were born into that lie and we never care to checkmate if that's the truth or the lie. The first thing is the statement that they say that leaders are born, not made. Have you heard that statement before? Have you heard it before? So is it true? Are leaders born or they are made? Oh, I love this audience. Oh, the lesson is actually easy for me. So because it's something that people, but when you go out there to discuss with some people, they say they will argue with you from dawn to dusk, and you feel like, look, this is what I'm talking about. They'll say no, that leaders are born. So it's a misconception that people feel leaders are born. Because for instance, now I'm a grown man, and then somebody is telling me that I had known in 9 months, or maybe let me say when I was a month on air, that I'll be what I am now. Is it really possible? Is it really possible to say that? You only forecast. That is why some parents would tell a child, medical doctor. And the funny thing is when the son comes, science field. Are we together? So it happens. It's a great lie, and I want us to disabuse our minds that leaders, in as much as we are all humans, they are made leaders. Leadership, you learn to lead, and of course, it's not about the position that you hold. It's not, because there's someone who talk in the course of what we're talking about this afternoon that was a leader but never held any leadership position. That's the first lie that they told us, and we've disabused our minds that we cannot toe that line any longer. The second lie is that leadership is about being in charge. They say, because, for instance, they say Dr. Felix Paul, because he is the organizer of this boot camp, that at that point he is a leader. But there is someone even within the circle of that team that is a leader, but he is not Dr. Felix Paul, the organizer of this event. Are we together? Are we together? So when we say leadership is about being in charge, it's a lie. It's a lie. Someone in a very minute organization can spring up and have some level of influence to impute on people, have certain things to impute, tell people this is what we are supposed to do, and gives a roadmap of how to perform that duty. That person at that moment is called what? Is called what? Not necessarily the person who is, for instance, the head of that organization. So quickly, let me read from what I had here. Many people believe that the leadership is about having a title or being a position of power. There is one gentleman that we know very well, Mahatma Gandhi. Yes, I had to say the correct pronunciation. Mahatma Gandhi was an Indian lawyer, anti-colonial nationalist. He led India to independence from British rule. He led India to independence from British rule, and this gentleman never held any position of power. He never did. But from where he was able to bring in what we call influence, and people follow him. I don't even know how long I've taken so far. God, I beg. Okay, the third lie that we've heard is leaders should not show weakness. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because I'm a leader, you feel I shouldn't say what is bothering me. Leader, you don't work it. Is a leader a drug or a human being? It's a human being. So why would you tell me I shouldn't express weakness or express my vulnerability? Why shouldn't I? So at that point, you see that people miscontrol this whole thing because I'm a leader, I shouldn't do certain things. No, that's not true. As a leader, you should show your weakness when you feel you are weak. That somebody, even in the midst of the persons you are leading, can actually provide solution at that point, so you continue to be the leader that you are at that level. The fourth one is that leadership is a solo act. Never. Never. Can never. So as a leader, you need people to collaborate, to synergize together to make sure that whatever you're having in mind, you are moving to a success. So let's disabuse our mind that because I'm a leader, I can just stand at any time and give orders. This is what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to do that. No. You collaborate with others, seek consent from others before you make an informed decision. Are we together? Beautiful. So the fifth, which is obviously the last in the list, is that leaders always have all the answers. Is that true? No. Because even when I'm leading a group of persons, there might be PhD holders, there might be master's degree holders, there might be professors, whereas I might be an SSC holder. Does that mean that a professor can ask the question and I answer immediately? No, it doesn't relate to that. So at that point, leaders cannot just all have the answers at every particular time. They must also seek to learn. That is why most of us are here. We came to unlearn and relearn new things. Most of the things we have known before now might have been, it's archaic for the time. And then we need to learn new things to be in line with what is happening. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to urge you, if you feel you are a leader in any organization, any position, any place you are, any place you find yourself, know that the only thing that is required from you is to let go all of this, because all these lies that we are talking about can stop you from being who you're supposed to be, which is the correct leader to influence things. So I urge you that wherever you are, continue to do what you're supposed to do at the right time and see that the sky will definitely be your starting point. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much
For that wonderful moment. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gradually coming to the end. Bram, we are gradually coming to the end. Let me invite Ubagam Fon and Ubagam Fon and Nature. Please can we appreciate Ubagam Fon and Nature?
Do you know that there are people who are dead even when they are alive? They are dead while they are still alive. That's because of the negative gap they've left in their mind. The world is evolving gradually, but people are still caged because of the old ideas on their minds. If you want to be free, you have to let go of old, obsolete ideas in order to learn, relearn, and unlearn. Although there could be too much pressure on you, or you may feel like life is too harsh. Sometimes you could feel sad. I hope you can just do more than get hurt. I hope the weight of that pressure doesn't determine how you position your mind by leaving negative gap on your mind. Hello, gentlemen and ladies. Good afternoon. I'm Annette Ubanfon. I'm so delighted to be given this opportunity to enlighten us a little bit about some necessities of life, which is the mind's gap, the pathway of self-elevation, self-realization, and self-actualization. The mind's gap are simply those negative thoughts and spaces that are left on our minds. And if we want to erase those gaps, we need to fill up the vacuum by thinking positively and reasonably. The gap on our mind are those vacuums that we need to bridge, no matter how hard it is and tough it might be. In the course of this topic, I'll be considering 3 points, although not limited to that. Some of those negative gaps may include low self-esteem, procrastination, laziness, rush through life, impatient, and to mention but a few. Number 1 point Have the courage to leave. Anyone can quit. The person who wants to do something finds a way to do it, while others give excuses. Of course, it's life, and we are all full of giving excuses at every given point in time. But if you want to live through life, you have to find a way and the courage to live. Everyone fights silent battles that you never know unless they speak. You have to figure out your own and work towards it. You have to work hard, no matter how tough it may be. You have to keep going because giving up is not an option. If you feel like you are working too much and your hard work, there is no result for it, that's a lie you're telling yourself and you need to erase it. Success is a process and it takes time, a gradual process that it takes time. And in that process, you don't have to give up. Your hard work not being seen might be the time is not yet right. Using myself as an example, I do write, and there was a particular topic I wrote on Facebook some few weeks back, and um, and there is a guy that he messaged me, although he has been seeing me writing, but he has never liked or comment on the post. So he messaged me one faithful day and he told me if there was a word he mentioned to me, like, do I have any knowledge about this? And I told him, yes, I do have a little knowledge of it. And immediately I went and I researched on that particular word. And I came back and I told him, are you in that field? He said, yes, he has a knowledge about it. That since I write, that he will help me to be able to write and earn from this. My emphasis there is on him noticing that I write, even though I never knew that he noticed it, but he has been seeing me at one point, and he just came up at that moment and he told me that he knows that I write and he can actually teach me this particular thing that I can earn from it. So if at the cost of your work and you keep working and working and working and you feel like no one sees you or no one appreciates you for your efforts, you still have to keep going, because the time you might give up might be when someone is about appreciating you. So life is not easy. Life is a journey and it's not easy. You need to find your path and walk through it rather than giving flimsy excuses at every given point in time. You have to find your courage and live. Point number 2, be who you are. Do what most natural for you. We've heard of this idiom from the Yoruba that says, you cannot stop a pig from wallowing in the mud. If you are not okay with who you are, then I don't know what you are telling God. Because we are told in the scriptures that we were created in his image and likeness. So I don't know if you're telling him that he actually made a mistake in creating you. I see a lot of trends these days of some people trying to copy others, like they will have to stray beyond their means just to be like that person. They are not comfortable in their own skin. And if you are in a circle of people who do not appreciate who you are, then you are in the wrong place. You don't have to change yourself for anybody, because they might leave you hurt and bonds, and you'll be left with that to deal with it for the rest of your life. So you have to be you at all time. Erase the negative gap on your mind that you are not good enough. Seeing the best in yourself and do not conform to societal standard. Point number 3, the character becomes your legacy. It takes less time for you to do something right than it does to explain why you do it wrong. Doing something right, you do it with comfort and at ease. But if you do something wrong, you'll be finding excuses to give. And these excuses will breed more lies and upon lies and lies. And you won't be comfortable. So what will people say about you when you're gone? or what will you be remembered for if you do not fill that gap while you are alive by making your legacy count for you? Life is not easy, and nothing good ever comes easy. Never you think of rushing through life, because if you rush through life, you get to the end of it faster. The usual cliche of I will or am I sure I can do this needs to be erased on your mind, and you need to fill up that gap, that whatsoever thing you put your mind on, that you can actually achieve it. Because one thing is for sure, what isn't tried won't work. And if you keep trying, what makes you think that that won't work? Take a positive change today and erase the negative gap, and fill up your mind with positive affirmation, and watch how your lives turn brighter. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, can we appreciate her again? I remember when I was in school many years ago, some of you were not born. I play. All right. I recall that when a presentation started, my lecturer gave us about 20 minutes to get prepared and come present. And because of time, gradually I had the opportunity to only present in 3 minutes. And that is because my name starts with U, Udo. So all the U's always come last. And that is why sometimes we are not always fortunate to have much time. This is me calling on those who are going to be presenting from after now, that you have please 3 to 5 minutes to do your presentation. And so please do well to work within the time frame, 5 minutes tops, so that we can get out of here, because our time is fast spent already. Let me have the honors to invite to come present just after Obama has finished, Udeme Abraham.
You give me now.
Don't worry, don't worry.
All right. Thank you so very much, my boss and the co-host of the Oratory Bootcamp, for giving me this privilege and opportunity to have what to say in this central ceremony. I am Abraham Udeme Samson. I want to speak on what has always held us back whenever we want to do a particular thing. To some extent, we will feel like it's normal, but it is not normal. From a good background, but no, it is just a background, but no, it is just a little thing that covers our eye, which is what? Fear and self. Supposed to, we will install fear in you. To some extent, you will supposed to, we will install fear in you. To some extent, you will start to see yourself small. You start to see yourself like you cannot overcome anything. And we forget about the consequences. Because what you do today determines where you will be tomorrow. The fear you overcome today will determine the better place that you'll be tomorrow. There is no magic about it. The Dr. Felix Paul that you are seeing today, to some extent, he could have not broke the world Guinness record if he prioritized the fear. But he told himself that he's going to do it, and he did it. So for you to achieve anything in life, please don't ever think that you will not be able to achieve. If someone like me could stand in the midst of one person to speak, to some extent, I was asked to moderate an event in Abak, and someone wake up to me and says, Abraham, if you can speak, that means there is nobody that cannot speak. That is a wrong perception. Because for me to speak, it acquired a little bit of self-discipline. So everybody cannot speak, except you overcome fear. So I want to share with you 3 steps on how you can overcome fear. The first thing is, please start with what is available in your hand. Don't look for what you will not be able to achieve. Because when once you start with what is in your hand, definitely what you are looking for will come. And another thing that I want to tell you is, please always guide what comes into your mind. Guide the thoughts you think every day, please. And the last one is, please always surround yourself with people who have a positive mind. Even the Bible has said, show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. I always say this, please, if you are in medical department, please look for a friend who is in medical department. So that when once you bring out a textbook to read, he or she will not feel as if you are doing nothing. So I want to leave you with this. If you want to become something, please stay away from fear. Thank you so very much.
Well, please, can we appreciate again Abraham for the timely disposition? Ladies and gentlemen, he has used the list of all the times that was allotted to everyone. Abraham has been able to use 4 minutes. Please, can we give it up again for Abraham? Thank you very much. And in the course of his speech, he made me to remember a man in church who made a prayer, and he said, Father, in your word, you said that 2 heads, not just 2 heads, but 2 good heads are better than 1. And we had to turn around to look ourselves and ask ourselves, where in the Bible is that written, even in the course of the prayer? So Abraham actually took us to the Bible. And then he mentioned something, and I looked at the Bible, and I'm still looking at the Bible. I hope I can see it in the Bible someday. Thank you very much, Abraham. Please, can we give it up again to Abraham? Thank you. Let me invite, for now, the one who would take the podium, the restroom for the last. She is not the least. I'm talking about not order, but who fought Abigail. You're really interested to know, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that Fort Abigail happens to be the governor of the class.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I didn't know how to feel when I knew that I'll be the last person to present, but I believe that you would take my message and, do something about it. A true relationship has 2 imperfect people refusing to give up on each other and working on themselves. What if I told you the quality of the relationships determine the quality of your life? Let me give you a story. Sometime last year, I enrolled in a particular college, or an institute rather, and at some point we were given a project topic. And for some reasons, my health wasn't just stable at that point, and I needed some help. I needed someone to help me with that project work, and I didn't know who to go to. I looked for people to write. I didn't find anybody. And at this time, we had barely 2 days left to submit. Then I went to a friend. I was like, Omo, you feel help me? And I was basically crying. What do I do? He was like, just go to bed. Tomorrow, we'll do something about it. And I just had that trust that, okay, let me just sleep. Maybe we'll work something out. Lo and behold, I slept and woke up. And I woke up to my project topic in my DM. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? How did that happen? That wouldn't have happened if I didn't build quality relationships. Today, I'll be speaking to you on the topic, building quality relationships, the real wealth. Please, can you say that after me? If you want to walk fast, walk low. But if you want to go far, go together. I'm sure we are familiar with this quote or proverb, right? Why do you need to build relationships? Talk more of quality relationships. You can't grow in isolation. Every dream, every career, every season of life will require people. For example, while we were told to come with people today, if you didn't build quality relationships, would you be able to invite anybody? Would you be able to convince anybody to come? And to our guests, if you didn't have a quality relationship with these people, would you come out for them? I doubt no. So firstly, why you should build quality relationships. First, support people when they are weak. They support you when you're weak. Life is unpredictable. You need people who hold you up when your strength runs out. We understand the fact that every day, let's take for our battery percentage on our phone. You can't always have 100% at every time. And that's the same thing with us human beings. We can't be happy all the time. We can't be joyous all the time. So we also need people to also come with us and give us that encouragement that whatever you're doing, keep going. That is why you should build quality relationships. Secondly, accountability to be focused, to stay focused. For example, you're a public speaker, and most times people don't know what happens backstage. When I first had the opportunity to stand in an audience, I wasn't as audible as I was. I didn't have the courage. But there have been people who have been behind me. I'll say, don't worry, Abigail, you can do it. Just keep grooming yourself. And here am I today. I'm not rejecting. I can speak to you, look to you in the eyeballs without having to. People should clap for me. So you need to build quality relationships. So I'll tell you, how do you build quality relationships? First of all, you need to understand that it's not magic. It doesn't happen overnight. I can't just meet someone today and be like, okay, maybe I just walk up to you and be like, okay, I need to do this thing for me. And you don't know me from anywhere. You will just do it for me. How now? Am I paying you millions? Me that doesn't ever have money in my account. So firstly, it must be an intentional effort. Intentional effort. If you know that, okay, this is what I want from this person, keep going to that person. Don't make it look like, okay, let me use an instance. Maybe you're in a competition and you know that you have not reached out to this person in like 2 years. And they're like, you need people to vote for you. How many of us have been there before? And that's the time you enter that person's DM. Is it good? It's not good. That's not how to build quality relationships. And if it's me, I'm not going to send you. Sorry. So firstly, be present, not just available. Could you repeat that? Be present, not just available. The second point is give before you need. I wrote down here, don't wait until you need help to reach out. Add value. Celebrate others. Check in when there's nothing to gain. Check in when there's nothing to gain. So my parting words, I'll say, don't just leave this room inspired. Leave intentional. Reach out to that friend you've been meaning to. Forgive where you've held back. And most importantly, start becoming the kind of person you want others to and who others can count on. Because quality relationships don't just happen, they are built on purpose, with purpose, and for purpose. And if you truly want to go far, truly far, don't walk alone. Start building today. That is the real wealth. Thank you. My name is Abigail Lefort.
Thank you very much, Abigail. Thank you. Please, can we give it up again for the class governor, Abigail Lefort. Abigail Lefort talked to us today on how to build relationship. And I remember that over the years, I've actually built a relationship with her family. I started by building a relationship with your mother many years ago in Calabar, and then later built a relationship with your father in River State, One, if I'm not wrong. Please, can we appreciate the father and mother of Abigail who have come here to support? Thank you very much. God bless you. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for today, to bring this to an end, let me invite the one who stepped in. We didn't expect him to come, but of course he's here. He has been one of us, a mentee, and today he'll be speaking. Let me invite the man I call Kudomabasi. Kudomabasi James. We know him as Rex James. Can we appreciate Rex as he steps out here?
Good afternoon, gentlemen and ladies. I'm excited to stand before you this afternoon. My name is Kudom Obasi James. Have you ever noticed that some people do smile even when they are in troubles? Even while facing challenges, they are still smiling. They have this positive mindset that even when they have a setback, that they can come back. So this afternoon, we are going to see what positive thinking is, the benefits of positive thinking, and how to start thinking positively. So, what is positive thinking? Thinking positively is not all about you running away from challenges. It's not about you escaping problems, but it's about you facing them with I can do attitude. With this I can do thinking, you face the challenge, know that you will be able to overcome them. That's what you call positive thinking. Day before yesterday, I came across a post on Facebook. A Unical graduate on her back on the sign out clothes, she wrote the four WAEC, four JAM, got admitted to 2020 and graduated. Okay, at 2024, she broke record by being the first female ACG president in Unical. That's, she was still thinking positively even after having 8 years of setbacks. She had this positive mindset that she will go to school, and she went to school. Her positive mindset paid her off. She became the first ACG president, female, in Unical. So let's see the benefits of thinking positively. Because of time, I was given 5 minutes, so I would like to just focus on one, then I will list out three. Okay, four. I'll list out four. The first is it boosts your mental health. When you think positively, your mental health will be stable. When you think positively, it will reduce stress. It reduces stress. Okay, let's just check if that girl now, after those 8 years of setbacks, she decided to rest. The pressure from peer group will disturb her mentally. So now these are positive thinking paid her off, and her mental health was stable. She was able to overcome those challenges with the way she thought positively. So other things now is it boosts resilience, and it enhances physical health. When you think positively, you will smile when you are even in problems. You will be smiling. Nobody will even notice that you are facing some challenges or any other thing, but you will be smiling. That's why I asked that question first before I start. If you've ever seen someone, even in the midst of many challenges, when the person is in challenge, the person will still be smiling, talking to you. You will not even notice. That's positive thinking. So now, how do we start this? How do we start thinking positively? It's very simple. Very, very simple. Firstly, make friends with people who think positively. I think even that alone can change everything. I can remember 2019 when I met Abraham at COC, Udoekpoleng. There is this thing I wanted to do, but I told him, Abraham, Momo, I don't feel do this thing. No. It was like, Rex, calm down, you go do am. So since then till now, if I miss, you meet Abraham. If Abraham misses, you meet me. We are now close friends because he thinks positively, and that alone motivated me to make friends with him. So, as you've heard what positive thinking is, the benefits of positive thinking, and how to start thinking positively, I charge you this afternoon. Yeah. I charge you this afternoon to change your thoughts and think positively so that you can change the world. Thank you.
It's fine. It's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we appreciate once again James. I am delighted to inform us that we are gradually coming to an end. Wouldn't want to take us longer here, but fortunately or unfortunately, we have two of us who are in River State, Port Harcourt, and they'd love to do this. They are so much ready to do it, and they are waiting for us to just give them the go-ahead online. I don't know how we're going to listen or hear them, but we'll just allow them a few minutes to do so. So permit me as I invite Ini Jimmy first. Ini Jimmy, are you there? Are you there, Ini Jimmy?
What's the audio?
No, my audio is good. I'm waiting for him. He has not said anything. So,
It's audio good.
talk to me. Let me hear you. Can you hear me?
About 6 p.m. So good afternoon, Steve.
All right, go ahead. It's not network. Ini Jimmy, go ahead. We can hear you loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. But by the special grace of God and through it's such an honor this time. Something very cool and very short. At the occasion of the second ceremony of Tree Mental OND. Let me thank very profoundly for his sacrificing and investment in young people like myself. That, of course, will pave way for us to many
Near the mic.
I'll be speaking to the topic, the power of intentionality. The power of intentionality. And the truth is that we are living in a world where we are facing so many distractions. The world is fast-paced, it's becoming unpredictable, it is full of distractions. Every day, when every other person wakes up, there are so many expectations, so many notifications on your social media, so many things in your head that you want to do. But what is going to get you to that point of greatness is how intentional you are about life and what you do. And so you don't just do to greatness, but you decide through intentionality to become a great person. Let me just define quickly what this means. Intentionality is the conscious decision to act with purpose. So that for everything you do, for everywhere you go, for every person you will get with, for every step you find yourself, that you are able to know why you are there and what you are doing there. It is choosing the direction, choosing to live well and to have a good attitude towards people and towards the things that you do. Being intentional is about goal setting because you cannot just go about life living life by default and not living life by design. Alright? There must be something that is directing that is pushing you, something that you have set out to do. So you must have goals that define how intentional you are about life. So why is it really powerful, right? Intention gives clarity. Alright? So once you are intentional, you know that, oh, this is where I am going to. And this is what I have to do to get me to where I am going to. It transforms potentials into reality. Many of us have ideas in our head. We have potential, but few of us are able to realize it. Now, the thing you are lacking is intention because that is the gap between who you are and who you can become. When you are intentional, you build consistency and momentum over time. Success is better as a result of consistent little habits, consistent intentional habits that get you to a place of success. So today, as you sit in this form, you should be able to decide that from today henceforth, I want to become intentional. For the books that I read, the way I go to, people I meet, your network, your connections, your growth, your personal development, you have to take that decision that today I will be intentional about kind of things to happen. And I thank Mr. Nicola and everyone for this chance to speak. I think that this is my time. My name, once again, is Intentional Healing. Jimmy, from Rivers State speaking. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Thank you very much. We hope that you understand because that because of time constraint, we'll not be able to allow you to go further the way you would love to. But thank you very much for setting out this time to join us here. Thank you very much. Let me also, for the last, take on Miss Paku as she'll talk to us in the next 3 minutes. Please, Paku, over to you. Inijimi, help us to mute your mic. Thank you very much, Inijimi. Sparkle, over to you, please. Sparkle, are you there? All right, you have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay, I see. So, this not going to be enough to absorb what I have here, but I'm going to be very. So, I'll be talking about moving from zero capital to club, and I'm using little drops of water, big grains of the mighty ocean, and the land. I use this as very encouragement to my when I began. I got like was although I wasn't officially done. Due to the fact that I needed to finish the whole year. But within myself, I knew that I had this skill. Also, I set out to do what I have. I used it to get into university, but I met there were so many people that
Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as much as we wouldn't want her to feel bad about the fact that we cannot hear her, and then we'll cut her off just like that, we'll allow her to just feel free. I hope that is not bad. We'll allow her to feel free to express herself for the number of minutes that she will. We'll monitor and follow her up later. But because of time and because we have to leave here for another activity to take place here, it will be an honor to invite all of us who are or were our mentees and are ready to be inducted this evening to please step up here as we do that. Please, in a file, please let me invite all of you one after the other, and permit me that Abraham, shift it that way. All right, come on. Please be behind. Please be behind her. Thank you very much. Permit me at this point in time to invite you to come out, and also permit me that I tell you the time you used in the course of your coming out, and maybe tell you some other things that you did, that you know you did, that we are told not to did, and you did it. All right. First on my list, Edima Akpan. Please, can we appreciate her? She used 7 minutes on the dot, and she walked off the stage before we could come to her to get our microphone. Second, Akpan Evelyn. She used 8 minutes. Thank you very much. Next is Chineke. Gregory Divine Favor. 7 minutes, 34 seconds. Next, Ime Andikan. 8 minutes, 54 seconds. Next is Ime Peace. 7 minutes, 43 seconds. Jackson Idoyen. 7 minutes, 6 seconds. King Akwarudu. 8 minutes, 36 seconds and still counting. Okay. Next is permit me and forgive me. Ubaram Fun, Anetia. Ubaram Fun, Anetia. So don't worry, remember fun. Anetia, 8 minutes, 23 seconds. And then Nidro. Udeme Abraham, 3 minutes, 59 seconds. Abigail, who fought 5 minutes, 36 seconds. All right. Good drug. Thank you. Yeah, another. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been put in a dock. You got logged into the boom. All right. Where is Kudo Obasi James? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, It is just a little privilege I have to invite to come for the induction proper Dr. Felix Paul.
Let me give an answer. Discipline is saying to yourself, you know you have to wake up around 5 a.m. to hustle and be at work at 6:30 a.m. On a normal Nigerian would want to say, that's too early to wake up. I will not be able to wake up at that time based on certain factors around. But discipline is telling yourself, I will wake up at that time and I am going to do it. Despite the fact that it's uncomfortable to wake up at 5 a.m., do those things, and then get to where you're supposed to be at 6:30. That is true. It is not easy. And then we have the third one, consistency. Just like myself, there were days when I was tired, I was doubting myself, and I was broke. But I kept showing up, and that made all the difference. And so, I want to give my message here, which is, we don't need competition to practice. At push yourself, just need clarity, need courage, and people need consistency. Look at what you have. That's the self-care. That's what you want to do. You don't need to wait for the best player to get your
What do you carry for your character? All right. Thank you. She's done. Thank you.
Thank you. So, right about now, our job today was in two goals. Was first listening to them speak, was each day for them, it wasn't about me, it was about them. And it was necessary that we have this speech making day for them to do or to show to us what they've learned for 21 days. If you think that their stay or their training for 21 days was worth it and they've shown you that it's worth it, please put your hands together for them. Thank you. I told them that generally, when trainings like this are done, you will hear when they say they're having graduation ceremony. But I don't graduate people because since the school graduated me to today, they've not asked me how far. How are you faring? What are you doing with the certificate I gave to you? And all of that. And I don't do that. This was a mentorship program. So these ones stay with me. I will keep learning with them as long as possible. So I'm only sending them forth. I'm not even sending them off. Sending these ones forth into the world to create more impact, do better than I can do, and become better than any of us had ever imagined them to be. So this is their send forth day and not graduation or send off. So after this, I'm sending them off, sending them forth into the world, and they are to come back and show to you how good they have learned from me. Ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, the second thing I have to do is to induct them into the order of oratory. And there are 7 orders of oratory. The first, second, third to 7th order. When you get to the 7th order, it means you're a pro. But this ones today will be inducted into the first order of oratory. I'm not going to give the certificates right away because this speech day too was part of their training. So by the time I go back and compare the results, they will get the certificates, it will be sent to them. And the token that will also be sent to them will be made known to them. Okay. Yes, we make known to them. Are you imagining a training where you are the trainee? You didn't pay one kobo. They are also paying you for it. Yes. Having said, ladies and gentlemen, it is at this juncture that I gladly, through my friend and brother Humanity, who helped me do this training, and by the power vested on me, by me and for me, yes, I hereby induct these ones into the first order of oratory. So, what they will say is very simple. When I say I, you put your name, okay, and repeat every other thing I'm going to say. Is that fine? Okay, so I do solemnly affirm that having been trained as an orator, I will use my voice. I will use my voice to speak boldly, to speak boldly, to defend the weak, to defend the weak, to obtain all rights and privileges, to stand my ground when it is needed. I won't be silent. I won't be silenced. I will say what I need to say. But most importantly, I will be a voice to bring others to be like me. So help me God. So I give to you orators of the first order, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, my job here is done, and that is me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One more thing before I step away. I am not one who fails to appreciate people when they do a good job. Among these ones, one of them did wonderfully well, being the governor of her class. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to sincerely appreciate Abigail Fort, yes, who was the governor of this class. She did her job, she delivered her mandate, and her voice was heard. So I'm pleased that this is what she has become. So thank you very much. And then to the rest of the class, please, as I said, the training, you are only suspending tasks. No more tasks for you, but the mentorship platform remains, because from there we are going to grow leaders for the future of this country. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my elder brothers that are here, my fathers, mothers, friends. Sometime last year, I told the class we had, say, sometime last year. Are you okay now? Okay, so sometime last year, I had an opportunity to, I had 6 places to speak. 2 of mine, 4 of Dr. Felix. And because he wasn't around, so how do we fix it? Nobody to send. So I had to look for a way to contain 6 places to speak. And I think it was one of the reasons that we had to look for